I so second. Thank you, Mr. Chief Speaker.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to the Committee on Emergency and Disaster Preparedness for further legislative action. The next motion is coming from Honorable Ebeania Aquara, and the co-sponsors are Honorable Mark Esset and Honorable Jafar Leko. Is Honorable Ebeania Aquara around? Please, can you rise and move your motion?
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, my name is Ebeania Aquara Osonwa Ukabo Hafia, and I represent the very prosperous people of Aruchukwu Hafia Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from God's own state with God's own governor. I come from Abia State. Mr. Speaker, I rise this morning to come under Order 8, Rule 5 of the House Rule, to suspend the House's rules to hear this matter of urgent public importance. Mr. Speaker, this matter is urgent because it's the need to investigate allegations of systematic abuse of office, corruption, and asset stripping in the Nigerian police force. Mr. Speaker, I urge and seek your leave for this matter to be heard as urgent and important.
Any seconder to the first leg? Honorable Abdul.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Abdul Malik Abdul Rahim Danga. I represent the entire people of Adavi Oke Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Kogi State. I rise this morning to support the motion that is about to be moved by Ibe, that it is urgent enough to be heard. I so move, Mr. Speaker. I so second, Mr. Speaker.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Second leg of the motion. Honorable Nachi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, Your Excellency. Honorable colleagues, Nnamdi Ezeichi is my name. I represent Ndokwa Ukwani Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Delta State. I rise here to second this motion of urgent public importance. This motion is very important and should be allowed to be heard in this House. I so second, Mr. Speaker.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable Ibe, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The House notes that the core mandate of the Nigerian police force, as enshrined in Section 214 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as amended, includes to protect lives and properties, prevention and detection of crime, and enforcement of all laws and regulations. The House is concerned that recently there are matters of allegations of abuse of office, lack of due process, and corruption in the Nigerian police force that threatens the credibility, operational efficiency, and national security objectives of the force. The House further is concerned that the Nigerian Police Force's Procurement Department reportedly awarded a contract worth 6 billion naira to Crown Nature's Nigeria Limited by splitting it into 66 separate contracts in a deliberate attempt to circumvent the Public Procurement Act of 2007, particularly in the procurement of the police's uniforms, as reported by investigative media platforms that also include such as Sahara Reporters. The House is disturbed by the reported sale of critical national security assets, including Garki Police Barracks in Abuja, the Falomo Police Barracks in Lagos, and Bompai Barracks in Kano to private individuals closely linked with Exim Realty Company Limited without due process or required approvals from the Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission, Ministry of Police Affairs, or the Federal Executive Council, and in total disregard of the PPP regulation guides. The House is worried that various contracts under the 2024 budget, running into tens of billions of naira, have been alleged to have been awarded by the Nigerian Police Force without compliance with statutory procurement processes, including the Federal Executive Council's approval, ministerial tenders board vetting, and Bureau of Public Procurement. No objection certifications. The companies involved in these allegations and alleged violations include Dexterity Development Limited, KC Construction Limited, Ontrat Technologies Limited, Strong Tower Infrastructure Development Limited, amongst others. The House is worried that reports of the diversion of 2.9 billion naira meant for the Safe School initiative under a contract awarded to Vigiscope Limited, despite failing to meet statutory requirements such as obtaining an NITDA certificate as mandated by the ICT-related procurement in MDAs. The House is further worried about credible allegations that several contracts amounting to over 50 billion naira were paid to unqualified and unvetted companies for the supply of arms, boots, gunboats, and forensic intelligence equipment without an execution or delivery, thereby putting national security at risk. These companies include PSGL Nigeria Limited, Solid Nigeria Limited, Toffee Ventures Limited, Rushright Limited, Value Exchange Limited, and Radio Tactics Global Services, amongst others. Disturbed that these allegations point to a systematic abuse of office, blatant disregard for procurement regulations, undermining of internal oversight departments, and potential sabotage of Nigeria's internal security architecture. The House is convinced that if urgent steps are not taken, these acts of impunity and financial misconduct could erode public confidence in the police force and sabotage national security and development efforts. The House hereby resolves to mandate the House Committee on Public Accounting to investigate the Nigerian Police Force over allegations of violation of extant financial rules and regulations, corruption, abuse of office, illegal sales of national assets, and the diversion of public funds. The House also directs the committee to report its findings and recommendations to the House within 6 weeks for further legislative action. I so move.
Any seconder? Pardon? Let's identify a seconder. Barrister.